Welcome back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series setup from Bristol. We don't have a Phelps or a Shawn Johnson, but as you saw, we do have a Jimmie Johnson in the field tonight. You know, Johnson has done what only 15 other drivers have done, win multiple Cup championships. Something he has not done ever is race a truck. Ray Dunlap is standing by with our, dare I say, rookie.
Hey, Krista, you know, a few years ago, Jeffrey Bodine became Jeffrey. He used to be Jeff, and some people call him Jimmie Johnson, but on top of your door it says Jim. And I remember when you were a little boy, your dad used to call you that when you got in trouble. Are you thinking you're going to be in trouble tonight or what?
There's a good chance. I thought I would have some fun with it. My wife's been calling me Jim lately, and just a chance to have fun with the trucks and come out and do that. So I'm shocked you picked up on it. It kind of looks cool up on top, and we'll just have fun tonight. And if I make people mad, I'm sure they'll call me other things that are usually four-letter words.
Can you learn something tonight it'll help you this weekend?
I think so. I think that the rhythm of this racetrack, I figured something out with my line around the track. The truck has similar grip through the center of the turn, which I found kind of shocking between the two vehicles. Horsepower is way different, so that side of it's not going to help me, but I really think it'll help tonight. Regardless, I'm with a great team. These guys have worked their butts off today, and we've worked on a tight race truck all day long, and we're getting closer. So tonight we should be competitive.
He's been pretty good in the Sprint Cup Series tonight. Jim Johnson makes his Truck Series debut. Well, thank you, Rick. You know, there have been 18 drivers in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series that have won in all three of NASCAR's top divisions. We're talking about Sprint Cup, Nationwide, and the Craftsman Trucks. But there could be a number 19 tonight. Now, when we look at the big list, check out Mark Martin with 90 career total wins. That's pretty impressive. But you see the guy in yellow? Jim Johnson, 36 total wins, but he's never won in Craftsman Trucks. Why? Because tonight is his debut. If he's able to win tonight, he'll add his name to a very, very, very impressive list. I'm not sure if Jimmie Johnson's going to win tonight, but I can tell you this, his crew certainly gets the award for the absolute biggest pit box in Truck Series history. Adam?
Never seen him run a little bit higher on the racetrack, and Jim Johnson right on his back bumper.
It looks like Ron's truck's a little bit loose still.
It really does. And most of the guys in the garage are talking to Mike Beam. You see him wiggle right there. He said this racetrack got looser last year than it was during the day. He said a lot of people, including us, really thought it was going to tighten up. It actually got looser as we see Jimmie Johnson take over that spot from the 33 of Ron Hornaday.
Jimmie might be doing the hitting. Green flag back in the air. A good restart for Jimmie Johnson. Again, Kyle Busch right on his back bumper. They're running 1 and 2. Todd Bodine is third. Scott Speed fourth. Dennis Setzer is fifth.
I don't think Jimmie is going to really battle Kyle that long because he knows he has to make a pit stop. Jimmie's going to have to come down pit road. More than likely, probably the next caution flag. So I don't think he's going to really force the issue, although maybe he is going to force the issue a little bit.
I don't agree, Phil. And Jimmie's all about tonight. He wants to be the star of the show. He doesn't want Kyle Busch coming in there and messing up his story. And you can see there, he didn't roll over. He used that high line to hold Kyle off. He's all about doing some racing tonight. And Todd Bodine's taking advantage of the fact that the 51's trapped down on the bottom of the track trying to make a run on the outside with Big Jim. Jim gets loose into turn 1, though.
Got loose getting in, but he battled back through the center and up off the corner.
He didn't get off the gas at all. He stays in it, stays on the outside of Kyle Busch. And here comes Todd Bodine to the high side. He's going to try to get by Kyle Busch as well.
People don't realize that right now, Jimmie Johnson's having a blast, is he not?
That's exactly what he's all about. And Kyle Busch is thinking, if I could just hook him a little bit, send him up the hill, I'll be on my merry way. I won't have to mess with all this stuff. But Todd Bodine takes advantage of the battle. Like I said, he's wanting to be a part of this story.
Now, we're seeing a few trucks making their way onto pit road, one of those being that 81 of Jim Johnson. Ray Dunlap.
They're going to try to loosen him up a little bit, raising the track bar a couple of rounds and also a pound of air into the right rear. This pretty much falls right in the clutches. It's right at lap 80. You're going to make 81 here. Here comes Jimmie Johnson down to the crew. And as Adam said at the top of the show, this is his Sprint Cup crew. These guys going to work. If you watch on the right rear, you'll see Jeremy West. He's a longtime Truck Series veteran. He used to work at Ultra Motorsports before going to Hendrick. And now we'll go down to Adam Alexander.
You're right in front of Jimmie Johnson, too, so that's going to halt his progress a little bit. He is going to follow Chad McCumbee by Patrick Carpentier in the 04 truck.
Jimmie Johnson restarted 19th when the green flag came out.
Jimmie had a chance to adjust on that truck a little bit. He had it out in front. Now he's back in some traffic. It'll be interesting to see if he's got the truck to drive up through these guys.
And guess what? Kyle Busch and Todd Bodine both ran their fastest lap, the last lap of the event.
There you hear it. So picking things up here on lap 94, 106.6 mile race, and it's Kyle Busch that leads at the halfway point.
Jimmie Johnson right now rides in the 16th position.
Whoa, got his hands full. Is he going to save it? It looks as though he will. Oh, he's still fighting it. He gets turned around right in front of the traffic. There's contact made.
Just got loose off the turn and battled it all the way down the straightaway.
He was fighting that thing all the way from turn 2 all the way into 3, and that's when he finally got clipped.
Yeah, a lot of damage to that Cobalt Chevrolet. Tough break for Jimmie. You know, they stuck to their game. He was in some heavy traffic there, got loose coming off turn 2. And had it not been for the other trucks, I think he probably would have saved that truck. But unfortunately, you know, there was really nowhere to go here at Bristol.
He doesn't have a tailgate anymore.
He's got a lot of camber in that right front too, so a lot of suspension damage to the right front of that Chevrolet. Great on that.
Well, guys, they're going to have to go behind the wall because they've got to get a spoiler on that thing. NASCAR won't let them go back out the way it is right now, so this is going to be a lengthy repair. Jimmie Johnson just radioed in, says, thought I almost had it saved, and boy, he did a great job for a while, but no spoiler on there. They've got a good bit of work to do to make this repair. Well, thank you, Rick. Of course, the early part of this race, very fun. You guys seem like you had a great truck in the first part of this race. Was you having a good time?
Yeah, I was having a blast. I really have to thank Randy Moss Motorsports and this whole crew for working as hard as they did. I feel terrible. I tore up their truck. I just got loose on the coming off at 2, and I lost it, I think, 3 times or 4 times. Saved it 3 times and finally crashed on the 5th or something. But
we've got a replay here, Jimmie. Take us through it.
I'm trying to get underneath the 21, and I kind of lose it. And I fought it, and ran out of talent, I guess, at the end right here. And I knew I was going to get hit. But I had a great time, and I really wish I could have finished it up for these guys. I know we could have had a top 2 or 3 finish tonight.
We had a good time having you here. We're going to walk around here, Jimmie, real quick just to show the folks behind the truck exactly what the problem is. Why they've decided to take the 81 out of the race is the fact that all of this area is missing. So because the whole bumper is gone, there's nowhere for the spoiler to sit on the back. And Eric Phillips looked at this damage and decided there's no way they can get it fixed in time to get back in the race. So Jimmie Johnson already done in his first ever start in the Craftsman Truck Series. Guys.